Why do girls ghost you? Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Natalie Stavola. I am a life and dating coach for men. I help you fall in love with yourself so you can attract in way more love for yourself. Today, we're going to be talking about a very big topic that I keep seeing coming up. It is, why do girls ghost me? Now, guys, for those of you who know me, those of you who have worked with me, you guys already know the way that I coach and the style that I do. I'm going to give it to you straight. I'm going to give you actionable steps, and you're gonna know exactly what to do when this is happening in this area and every area in your life. No games, no gimmicks, just great women. So the main reason first, guys, the top reasons why we're getting ghosted to begin with is you might be reacting and responding when you are not regulated emotionally. You might be extremely depressed or extremely anxious. And what you're doing is you are giving that person all of your emotions, right? And what that does is energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but people can pick that up. Think about it this way. Let's say that you're in a bar or you're out somewhere and you're standing next to someone and you're talking to them, and suddenly they like look out the window and they look out the door and they guard up. What do you naturally do? You guard up and you look out the window, right? Exactly. You wind up reacting because that person didn't say anything, but their behavior did something to you. You could feel it. Even if they did say it too, like, oh my God, you would immediately, like, you would react. So the reason why we get ghosted is because we might be emotionally reacting based on our emotions inside. And people pick that up and they go, okay, this might be a really good guy, but he seems like he's not ready, and he seems like he's not doing any of the emotional work, which means I would have to be emotionally dumped on. I would have to turn into his mother. I would have to turn into his therapist. I would have to emotionally regulate him. And that's a boundary. You know, if I'm looking for someone emotionally safe, emotionally stable, I'm talking to someone who is showing emotional instability or a lack of emotional awareness, that means that they're gonna sabotage the relationship later on. So you might have like freaked out, said something, they might have gotten a really uncomfortable feeling because you felt uncomfortable, and that made them kind of pull back. And because it's so early on in the dating, they just don't feel safe with you. So they pull back and they get away from you. Unfortunately, it happens. Another reason is because they don't feel safe with you. I hinted at it earlier, but like they don't feel safe with you. One of the major reasons why we get ghosted is because someone feels like you are super angry or volatile or have a lot of repressed emotions inside, and they feel like you're gonna blow and explode and you're gonna hurt them. We do still live in a world where that happens. People can scream, they can get verbally abusive, they can get physically abusive, they can get mentally abusive. So you might have said and done things where you might have thought that you were doing okay, but they can feel something inside of you where they're feeling like not fully safe with you. And that could be because you don't feel safe. You might be talking about things in a really negative way. Maybe you're constantly talking about how everyone screwed you over, or your exes all suck, or everything is like, you know, toxic and bad and terrible, but you're not acknowledging that you're the common denominator in your own life. So that's an indicator that it's like, okay, he's not ready to take accountability for his own life and he hasn't healed. And if he's coming into my world with unhealed trauma and I'm a safe place, I'm gonna get his unhealed trauma spilling on me, and that's not safe. So again, you're gonna get ghosted because you might not be aware that that there's certain things going on that are making someone feel emotionally not safe, emotionally safe, and they're experiencing that with you, so they're gonna pull back, right? Now, another reason why someone might be ghosting you too is you might actually have a broken picker. This is the one that I see the most in all of my clients. I see this happen so many times. Oftentimes when you're used to like toxic, chaotic environments, you come up from like, you are constantly are helping other people, you're Mr. Go-Getter, you are a people pleaser, you help so many people, what the heck, like you deserve more, but you constantly keep getting people that are like ghosting you and flaking on you. Oh my goodness. The number one reason why that happens is because you have a broken picker. You are repeating a toxic childhood problem and trauma. Even if you had the best parents in the world, if you still felt like as a kid that your worth was in what you do for others, and you always had to overcommit and overproduce and overdo it for others to love you, then you are going to keep picking people who disappear and flake because you have to prove to yourself whatever's going on back in your subconscious mind. That's what you're gonna keep doing over and over and over again until you heal it, until you set and create better standards and boundaries for yourself. For instance, when you're dating someone and you're across from them and you notice that they don't love themselves and don't show up for themselves, that's not an indicator that you decide to like overcommit and be Mr. Captain Save-A, you know what. That's not your sign that you're gonna come in and rescue someone and, oh, broken bird, I'm gonna come in and rescue you. No! That's a sign that someone has not done the inner work, and how someone treats themselves is going to be later on when they've become more comfortable with you. It's a massive indicator that that's how they're going to treat you. Someone can only meet you and treat you at the level that they've met and treat themselves. That is it. So if you're across from someone and you're noticing that they don't show up for themselves, they have no boundaries, they don't care about themselves, it means that when push comes to shove, when life is happening on life's terms with you guys, if they're not doing the work on themselves, then they're gonna wind up doing to you what they do to themselves. They're not gonna show up for you, they're not gonna have boundaries, they're gonna disappear because that's what they do for themselves. Why are you asking someone and expecting someone to treat you differently than they treat themselves? How is that fair? So it's about dating smarter and actually finding out what are your patterns. What are the things that you keep repeating and doing? Who are the people that you keep getting around? Why? Why do you keep getting around the same types of people or types of people that elicit the same responses in you? So this is usually an indicator that you might be on dating apps when you don't feel good about yourself. So you're creating what's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. And you can Google what a self-fulfilling prophecy is. If I secretly believe in the back of my brain, not my conscious mind, my subconscious mind, if I secretly believe that I am not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm always alone, I keep picking women that are toxic, all women are terrible, if you secretly believe that, then you are going to accidentally continue to create a self-fulfilling prophecy until you heal it. That means that you're gonna subconsciously and unconsciously walk towards toxic. You're gonna pick toxic women out. You're gonna wind up on dating apps with robots and AI and people who flake and women who are not ready. Because otherwise, if you find and you're around quality women and amazing women, you're not gonna believe it. It's gonna cause what's called cognitive dissonance. So if you're around someone healthy, your brain's gonna go, yeah, right. Let's look for everything wrong with them. And you're gonna rip them apart. And guess what? A quality woman and a healthy woman is not gonna stay around for you to do that, because she's gonna know that you've got work to do and she's gone. Because she's gonna find the man that actually is doing that inner work on himself. Not someone that's like, it's a lie. Women are not looking for like your freaking Andrew Tates out there. It's not about that. No one's looking for some guy who's rude and disrespectful. The reason why a woman will get with someone who's rude and disrespectful is because she hasn't done the inner work on herself. So if you keep getting with a woman who's rude and disrespectful, it's because you haven't done the inner work on yourself. So you're gonna stay in that rat race just like all the other women. It's a rat race. If I don't love myself, I'm gonna get with people who are rude to me and mean to me because they're gonna elicit that response in me. You can only attract the level that you vibrate at. If I hate myself, I'm gonna get with people who treat me like crap, right? So once you start doing the work, let me further that. If you keep dating women who hate themselves, they're not gonna be a match for you if you don't. They're gonna get with someone who matches what they vibrate at. So how do you change and up your game? Not game playing, but your actual like inner game. Because you're looking for a tennis partner, right? You're looking for someone that plays the game of life with you, not someone that you wanna play the game of life against. So if you're constantly finding women or finding people that you are having to play games against, then it means that it's time for some inner work and it's time for some inner healing. Take ownership of your life, because when you take full ownership, then you've got solution. If you guys want more information on this, I've got a whole program, 90 days. I've got a couple spots opening up. It's called From Toxic to Triumph. You can write and comment below, subscribe for more videos, and I'm gonna help you guys get the love life and the life of your dreams, because you are absolutely worth it and deserve it. You just might have a broken picker, or you just might not know how to process emotions and actually select the right ones for you. Coaching is gonna help you get from where you're at right now to where you want to be in such a short period of time, because you've got tried and true methods. I'm a certified life and dating coach. I'm NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, which means I'm a mix of Tony Robbins meets Hitch. I've got you. All right, guys. If you want more content like this, please subscribe, help me grow this channel, send this out to someone who might need it. If you have a friend that's constantly getting ghosted, send this to them so that they know they're not alone, there is hope, there is solution, and I got you guys. I love you all. Thank you.